Okay, hi guys, and welcome to my review of the Hot Toys Dynamic Figure Stands ACS001, which stands for Accessories Collection Series. And that's it's 001 because according to Hot Toys, they're going to be releasing a few of these accessory kits. We're not too sure about the details of them yet, but yeah, it's the first thing that it's the first time Hot Toys have done anything like this. They've just released like figures, and that's been about it. But now they're releasing like accessory packs, so it'd probably be a bit of a cheaper way to get your Hot Toys and stuff like that. You can obviously buy stuff loose on eBay at the moment and whatnot. So it'd just be interesting to see what the accessory packs are at the moment. It seems like stuff for Iron Man, which doesn't really surprise me. Quite heavy into their Iron Man, but yeah, this is just the dynamic figure stand for 1/6 figures, and yeah, just decided to buy one to see how it goes, how it looks. You know, with your more like manoeuvrable figures, like your Supermans maybe, or your Spider-Mans or Iron Man stuff. So it can pose them up in like flight poses or jumping poses or stuff like that. So as you see, it's just like in vacuum packed plastic at the moment. So I'll just pop it out and set it up and see what it looks like. Okay, so there's the base straight out of the box. We'll see if it's got like kind of like a felt kind of surface on it. But you have got this little pack here with like a flooring design on it, so you can really put that over that, and yeah, just maybe that's another thing, like different flooring designs they could come out with, so you can place your figure on the appropriate designed floor. Okay, so I just got the base in now. Just put the little tabs into the base like that, just folded them up. Pretty thin card. Here's the big long pillar that you stick into the base there. It's actually got a screw connector, so you just screw that round and it hold it in place. This feels pretty sturdy and all that. You can manipulate it kind of like different ways and stuff like that. So it's pretty hard just with one hand to get it to move, but with your other hand free, it shouldn't be any bother whatsoever. And yeah, so as I say, it would be kind of like cool if different bases, base designs were released appropriate to different figures and all that. I'd like one sort of like mimicking the flooring of the police station in Terminator 1 for my Battle Damage T1 figure. So yeah, that'd be a cool idea. But I'll just screw this in and attach a little thing that will go around the figure. As you can see, it's on a spring there, so that be held in place like that. So I'll probably just need a little screwdriver to yeah, get that, because that's what's going to hold it onto that thing. So okay, so maybe it's just about as you can see, I've got a little screwdriver, just taking out that screw to loosen up that joint there. So what you do here, you just unscrew that at the top and lower this down. It's got like a padding on the back here and through the sides, so that's a good idea, so it won't when it's squeezed up on your figure, it won't damage them, I suppose. Create like a nasty mark and all that, or a nasty crease mark. So let's just screw that down. And then more centralised like that. And then I'll just take the screw and then screw it up. Make sure it's all secured, and then pop a figure on there. See how it goes. So I've just got a typical figure, Spider-Man figure. That's kind of like the figures that you'd probably be wanting to pose up. I'm probably not the best poser of figures in the world, so it'd probably be better in like someone else's hands or something like that, but you kind of like get an idea of how it's holding the figure and all that. Quite good grip. There's 2 little arms there. There is a little, I suppose it depends on the figure. Most you'd be holding around the waist like that. The figure does tend to droop forward a little bit rather than back. But yeah, there's just look at how Spidey does on it. Pretty nice. And then I'll just get a few other figures to demonstrate that. By the looks of it, there's not a way that you can adjust the height. I might be wrong with that, so because some figures you might just want like in a leaping pose, so just like that high off the ground or something like that, rather than like this high. And at the moment I can't find any height adjustment in it. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, so and I'd say as well that it'd be nice if that was like made out of a transparent material, maybe, so it was less obvious. Transparent plastic might have been a better idea, but let's just get a few more figures and see how they look on it. Okay, so as you can see, I've manipulated it, so you can see it's got quite a bit of manoeuvrability in it, and I've got my blade figure in kind of like some sort of mid-air pose or something. As I say, he's not quite on that level. As I say, I'm not the best poser in the world, so poser of figures anyway. So it looks a little bit awkward on there, and that's kind of like awkward. It looks as if the cape's just like flying backwards and all that, but of course it's like got caught up in there. So yeah, so as I say, it's going to test your posability, like capabilities, if you like. This figure stand, so it's like offers you an opportunity to get maybe a little bit creative with your figures. As I say, Blade is not specifically it's not a figure blessed with flying abilities, but obviously he does perform quite a few acrobatic manoeuvres in that film, so you could kind of like get away with using this stand for that. So just try a few other figures in there and see how the stand brings them out. Okay, so and this is another typical figure that you might use with the stand. I guess this is what sort of like Hot Toys was thinking, along the lines of maybe posing your Iron Man up, obviously with the flight ability of Iron Man. So that's just my Battle Damage Mark III. All that too into my Iron Man stuff, to be quite honest. I might actually get rid of them eventually. But I've got a few figures and all that, and it grips the purplish, pinkish torso quite well of the Mark III. So it usually attains flight, not like Superman with the arm in the air and stuff like that, but usually with the arms down by the side. And he just uses like the thrusters in his feet to attain flight. So it just looks like he's suspended there, if you want to know any better. But yeah, that's cool enough. And as I say, it's like an option that I just wanted to get this figure stand just to see what it was like. Just get one and just see how it worked and all that. So yeah, it depends on your posing up abilities and stuff like that. I'll get a figure now, maybe my new Terminator figure, the T1 Battle Damage. Possibly a figure that you wouldn't think really works with this setup. So here's a new T1 Terminator figure, and as I said, this figure stand probably suits your typical flying characters, so Iron Man, Spider-Man, Superman and whatnot. But this kind of pulls off pretty well. Personally, I think he just looks better just standing there. Kind of like a moody and menacing look, and there's no need for this, but you can see the articulation in this arm thing here, which is pretty good. So you can get it into all sorts of positions. You can turn it right and left. You don't have to. You could put that backwards instead of forwards like I've got it. So it's a real range of mobility. So that's pretty good. The arms there, it's quite a chunky figure. The T1, obviously, modelled on Arnie. Can just about reach around there. So if you've got figures with quite a big waistline, as it were, then those arms are going to struggle to fit around. But it should fit most figures, especially like the leaner ones like Spider-Man and Superman and whatnot. So yeah, let's just look a little look at it, guys. Set up. I think it cost me about £30 from 16 Bruce. This. Saw that he had them in and all that, so I thought I'll just see what it looks like. And I'll probably just end up putting like a Spider-Man on it, or maybe one of my Iron Man figures. But yeah, it's a nice little thing. And this base here, as I said, that'd be a neat idea if they could get specific flooring made up, like a little flooring pack maybe from Hot Toys. That'd be nice. Then you could just put various different flooring designs on there. So like one for my T1 to mimic the police station flooring. Kind of like a checker design that I got there. So yeah, thanks for viewing that, guys. And yeah, I might do a little retro review next of one of my figures. I was thinking about maybe my T1000. I know there's quite a few reviews on there, but I was just looking at it recently, and I just think the motorcycle cop guy, just got him up there. T2 set up, and the other figures down there. I just think that's a real epic figure from Hot Toys. MMS number 120 something or other, 23, 24, something like that. And yeah, it was when Hot Toys was really entering their stride. I guess you could say, you know, like comic book vibe, like the golden era of Hot Toys and stuff like that, when they weren't too much money and they came with shitloads of stuff and their sculpts were getting really good and all that. So yeah, I might do like a little retro review of that T1000, because as I say, got it 2-3 years back, one of my early Hot Toys figures, and it's still one of my favourites, right up there. So yeah, I might do that in the next few days, but thanks for viewing the video, guys, anyway.